On behalf of Youth Department of Organisation of African Community in Western Australia, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you for coming here tonight to support the Stop the Violent League.
Stop killing each other, start caring for one another, stop looking in the mirror and pretend nothing is wrong.
Today we are here to launch the Stop the Violent project, a project being organized by the Youth Department, a project that I personally have been involved with since I was told, a project that meant a lot to our community.
So I came up with this idea of Stop the Violence in Western Australia, and I put it on Facebook. A lot of people tell it's a good, brilliant idea. We need to work on it, and with my organization, they said, look, this is something that we want to support you. We want to see this type of idea change in our community. Yes, there's a problem in our community.
Qual Akut passed away in Royal Perth Hospital as a result of the injuries that he sustained last Friday evening in Girraween. This investigation is now being treated as a suspected homicide.
Some of this problem, we need to fix it. We need to put an end to it. We need to get into a better life rather than fighting.
I'm a great believer in proactive policing. Whilst we can respond to the needs of what is happening now, we need to get to the younger ones to instill the message whilst it's at its grassroots level.
Objective is also to make sure that every young African feels responsible for what they do, and we want to make sure to encourage them and give them that understanding that it is their responsibility to be a good citizen. It doesn't have to be the police, it has to be everybody, it has to be something collective.
So that day, when this person killed my brother, he had that strong spirit that was negative. What drove him? We later on came to understand that it was hatred, which is again the same violence that did not even happen in Australia, but somewhere in the UK, where he apparently said that he was beaten by a group of African guys. And therefore he came to carry it out here in Australia and drove towards my brother. And my brother ended up with his entire body shattered from the brain to the toe, because after he fell off to the ground, he drove again on him. It was terrible. I cannot imagine today what pain my brother went through.
It's not only within my community, it is a general problem, because we need to be united. We need to bring Australian community together. We need to work as a team. We need to be identified. We need to be part of the movement. Could be the African community, the Aboriginal community. Every community is facing this problem. Let's work together. Let's work as a team. Let's bring the community together. We can build a better nation.
The violence traditionally is physical violence. But now the violence is a definition of the domestic violence or any violence, mental abuse and the verbal abuse and the yelling, shouting and all those ones. And a lot of people, they are not aware and also controlling.
Everybody knows domestic violence. Government has spent a lot of money on domestic violence. But there's another different type. Example, bullying. It's some form of violence. People don't think about it. It is a violence. And we think about peer pressure. There's some peer pressure that's happening between the young lads that is a violence. And people don't talk about it because why they don't want to talk about it? They think it's a normal thing, maybe in our community. But in Australia, it's not normal. So we want to identify all this violence and we see how best we can work towards it.
We felt we should take the initiative to bring people together, to strategize, to identify, and help reduce violence in the community. So this is why we are here tonight, and we are very grateful to all those that have come to support this cause. And the Stop the Violence project will officially commence next year, January, where we will be forming steering committees.
So important that our youth leaders here, the youth leaders, more than some of the parents and some of the elders that wear hats, get down and actually understand the youth and get the message across at the level so that they are working with their own counterparts. The message will get passed easier that way.
We say no to violence. My name is Ibrahim Kebe. I'm the youth president for Organization of African Community.
Stop the violence.
Angela Albuquerque for Undercurrent.